The space shuttle system has three main parts: the orbiter, external tank, and solid rocket boosters. The orbiter is what most people think of as the shuttle, where the crew lives and works. The solid rocket boosters are SRBs.
Welcome back to the wonder that is Star Trek Adventures. We are back once again for another adventure. Cranky! Good man, thank you for subscribing. Yes, we're back once again, SD8. We are sans stars tonight, sadly. He is unavailable, enjoying a wonderful civilized concert all by himself, but we didn't want to delay for another week, so we said we'd go ahead. He's happy for us to go ahead with the 3, but we will try and get his character to come with us on this brand new mission, continuing our Shackleton Expanse series with me. Could you please introduce your characters? Nifty, who are you playing tonight?
I am, once again, Niftox, our friendly Denobulan medical officer, chief medical officer.
Fantastic. Cranky, who are you playing?
I will be playing Folian Dave this evening. As the name would suggest, I am Folian. And I am the chief security officer.
Fantastic. And bringing up the rear, as always, we have... Esteban! That's who you're playing, right, Janice? Who is Esteban?
I forgot about that.
Esteban is the chief science officer, Join Trill, master of all the ologies, baseball, and throwing rocks, and connoisseur of big cannons and explosives.
Connoisseur of cannons. I like that. Sounds like a title of like an old Victorian history. It's like, this is the King of Duchess of York, and this is the connoisseur of cannons, Esteban. Fantastic. Cool, we've got a new mission continuing your character's exploits. If you haven't followed already, you can check all the previous videos with these guys in there. But whilst you're here, stick about and watch them after. But we are starting a new mission. You have arrived back on the U.S.S. Lexington after your encounter on the alien station, avoiding a complete collapse of the system as we know it through the black hole technology. The previous mission, which will become relevant to this one, involved you guys going through the Bacchus system and encountering a relay of sorts that was propending doom or some sort of galaxy-wide destructive force that could upend the very, this civilization, the Tilical, could wipe out civilizations as you know it, and had amazing abilities to harness energy from anywhere. So that will be relevant for this and the future campaigns as well. So that's why I mentioned it. But, gentlemen, it's another period of tranquility as the U.S.S. Lexington carries on its journey through space, heading through the Shackleton Expanse. What are you all currently doing? What's the downtime? I believe last time Tholian Dave was currently tanning on the hull. What's Tholian Dave doing for recreation this time?
Drinking a red hot cup of something alcoholic, I suppose. Magma.
Even pronounces it like that.
Magma.
Is that on the rocks?
Oh,
hey!
Yeah. Isn't there a drum roll sound effect?
Yeah. Speaking of geological formations, how is Esteban spending his time?
Well, Esteban likes to spend some time alone in his quarters, polishing his cannon, and
this is a large
playing with his souvenir baseball that he took from the museum in the last adventure, and breaking open geodes with space age hammers and looking at the tasty crystals inside.
Very nice.
Polishing his cannon and playing with his balls.
Absolutely.
Precisely.
That's an evening. Nifty! Niftox, sorry. Dr. Niftox, what is your current occupation whilst the ship is in downtime?
I'm listening to a symposium on the latest xenobiology monthly meeting
Ooh,
while tending to my Denaxian tapeworms.
fantastic. Is it a particularly riveting one, or is it the same old roaring drivel you hear each meeting, or is
It's the same old drivel.
This podcast could have been an email kind of thing.
Yeah, but occasionally there's some good information. So a new species, what have you.
Ooh,
I try to keep on top of these things.
So the ship carries on, and we're going to segue out to the intro and come back, and we get our captain's log from Captain Baldwin, who goes, Captain's log, stardate 5336. His accent changes a lot, by the way, because I can't remember what it was last time. Captain's log.
He moved around a lot as a child.
He does, he's a social chameleon. Stardate 5336. We have been hailed by a shuttle from the U.S.S. Calico. For some reason, Admiral Banner Stoker is alone on the shuttle, and she should be arriving at any moment. How she got a shuttle from the U.S.S. Walcott and why she is alone is a mystery that should be solved momentarily when she docks. I am heading to the shuttle bay right now to meet her and hopefully get some answers. And he summons the three of you to join him, you being his senior officers, whilst Commander Schmidt keeps the bridge and keeps the ship running, probably in a little bit better condition than Baldwin does. She's very cynical of her captain. A little bit of world building there for you, why not? I'm waiting for the fan art. So you arrive into the shuttle bay, and you sort of stand there on ceremony, because it is an admiral after all. Despite circumstances, there's a little bit of pomp and circumstance for any arriving flag officer. When the shuttle docks and comes into the shuttle bay, tractor beam engaged, everything, whoop, 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 as the shuttle bay doors open, and, the force field engages, so you don't all get sucked out into the depths of space. The shuttle arrives, and you notice that it's not in the best condition. No evidence of phaser damage or anything, but it looks like it's been flown a bit too quickly through some asteroids or space debris. It's a bit dented, with a couple of scrape marks on the hull. The shuttle lands. It is a usual Type 6 shuttle, standard TNG fare. Any shuttle enthusiasts out there will no doubt be noting down the registry numbers in their almanac and gleefully saying to themselves, I haven't seen this one since, it's a very rare model, this one. It's got the thruster Type 3 engines. You don't often see them on a model like this, because there's always shuttlecraft nerds out there. And the doors open, and Admiral Banner Stoker, that's Banna, not Bruce Banner, but Banner, not Banana, just Banner. Admiral Banana Stoker, yeah, oh god, is a short, stocky human
with yellow skin and one white eye.
Oh dear.
Sorry, right. Admiral Banner Stoker is a short, stocky human with close-cropped white hair. Her natural expression is a sarcastic grin, even as she is being serious. She has sharp, focused blue eyes and can be intimidating, as though they seem to look right through. It's kind of like a short, stocky Nechayev type, if you want to get the kind of vibe. She disembarks from the shuttle and walks straight up to the captain and you being their command staff. And after a brief round of handshakes and introductions, the usual formal affair, she turns to the captain and says, "Set course immediately for the first planet in the Pasquale system at maximum warp. Do not stop for anything. Don't answer hails or get distracted. I need to go to my quarters for a few minutes, and then I will join you on the bridge. I know you have questions, and as soon as I have time, I will provide answers." Without waiting for any of you to respond, she quickly turns on her heels, drags a yeoman ensign with her, and ends to whichever quarters she ends up getting assigned to. Over to you.
Was the yeoman wasn't with her? She just took one of the ship's yeomen.
She did, yeah. She was assigned. Part of the introduction say this will be your personal guy. Your captain's like, "Hello, this is Ensign
Dava.
Dava. No, we've had a Dava.
Davea.
Ensign Davea. Ensign Davea. Yes, was her personal liaison to show her all the functions of the ship and give her some associated quarters. I've just said TNG Type 6 shuttle. I realise we're actually in the TOS era, aren't we? So it's going to be one of the big stocky Galilean ships. Sorry.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
He's a time traveler.
Yeah.
Temporal directive.
I realised my slip up
spotters
there.
really would have been excited.
Yeah.
Is the captain still with us?
He is.
Captain
He's equally stunned, and he kind of looks around, and he kind of shrugs and sort of says, "Do any of you know anything about the system? Ever heard of it? Do we know anything?" He says, "I've never really encountered standard. But if you remember previously as well, on your first mission, Admiral Banner Stoker was the one that gave you the original mission to go to Bacchus, and she was the one that said at the end to make all information confidential and not speak to anyone about it."
Can we check? Would it be out of line if we check the shuttle to see maybe its logs or?
Sure.
I love that Genos currently has a Rutherford sort of electronic eye at the moment.
Oh yeah, your
weird.
screen's replaced. Yeah.
There we go. I can still see.
Leaf de Verre.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll put that in cryo.
I feel like we should access the logs and see what's going on there because it's a little weird.
Yeah, the captain's equally a bit concerned about this as well. He says, "Yeah, please go ahead. I'm going to check up on the bridge and make sure everything's okay up there while we await the Admiral's instructions. So please go ahead and analyze the shuttle." So, what would you like to look at first?
Sensor logs.
Yeah. So, hey, let's do some rolls.
Yay!
Let me find my quick reference. Someone give me insight and security difficulty 2. You have 0 momentum. You are starting with none, which I should actually mention there. Actually, no. You know what? Actually, I'm going to make this. I'm going to make this difficulty 1. Sorry, this is a native Starfleet system. It shouldn't be difficult. It's not encrypted. It's not logged. But the ship has had a few dents and knocks. So
Probably going to be Dave with the.
Yeah, Dave's got security.
Yeah, so I'm on 13 with insight security.
Oh,
right.
Okay. That's what I have as well. In that case, anybody got
Maybe you can
anything
double
with
payment.
computers that might help us? Don't you, Esteban?
My talent list I don't think is particularly useful. I can attempt a task that involves the programming of study of a computer system. I can add a bonus D20, so I could take the role, even though my skill isn't very strong. So if you don't mind,
What's your number?
I think probably the extra dice would tip it anyways. But
Oh,
you said
exactly, yeah. Because you'll get 2 shots instead of 1.
Insight and security.
yes.
Said?
Yeah.
I got 11, but I get three shots at it. So I don't know. Give that a shot.
It's only difficulty 1, so you only need 1.
Yeah. I get some momentum here. All right. And 1 more. I got 1 success, so
Okay,
that'll do.
That'll scrape out. So you open you log into the systems, fairly perfunctory. Nothing's been encrypted. Nothing's been hidden. You find that this is indeed the property of the U.S.S. Walcott. The shuttle left without authorization. It was engaged in an asteroid storm and had to make some evasive maneuvers. Though you recognise the signs of G-force on the logs. There was definitely some extreme situations. You also see that the crew manifest was equipped for 2. However, only 1 person came, which was the Admiral. You also see that she's got quite a lot of information on the Pasquale system, which is the system that she asked for. And you notice that it is it has never been visited by a Starfleet ship before. The first planet is a Class M planet, and the other 2 are gas giants. The people who remember Bacchus, for those that were there, which is all of you, will recognise that the Pascal system was one of the systems on the star chart that was found there that was of interest to the Tilakal people. And the trip to the Pascal system from the U.S.S. Walcott's position would have been about 6 hours at maximum warp. Before we move on to the next scene, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I
Are there any
would like to.
communication logs? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go on.
Nifty.
I would say I would like to quickly step out of the physical room that I'm in real life and get my dice, but I'll hear you guys the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I just realized that I
No,
don't.
you got to roll for that.
Yeah, that's definitely when you come back, it's
Fitness
control
and
daring.
security.
You don't
I
have the
high
dice,
initiative.
but you have to roll to go and get the dice.
Yeah.
Are there any
Nobody's got it.
communication logs?
You don't find any communication logs between the Walcott, other than Walcott asking why have you, the shuttle, demanding that the shuttle returns back to the USS Walcott. Although,
Can we
considering
do our own?
very politely.
Can we do our own search and scan physically of the shuttle?
Yeah, of course.
Because
I won't make you roll
because
for that.
obviously there's supposed to be someone else on board, so we need to sort of find out if they're still on board.
As far as you're aware, there is nothing else, no other equipment other than some ration packs that the Admiral brought with her for during the journey. But other than that, there is no other life forms, no other equipment that is outside of the usual equipment you would find on a Galileo type shuttlecraft.
So you said the Walcott was only 6 hours from the system. How far away are we?
That's a good question. Probably around about the same time. Probably a bit closer. Probably more like 2 hours away, because the Walcott was not actively working on exploring the Shackleton Expanse. It was more an auxiliary vessel to supply relief.
Yeah. What do we know about the Walcott? Do we know like the captain, or
the
what
Walcott
class
is
they are, or what they're doing?
The Walcott is a Archer class starship. That's as much as you know. You personally don't know any more. You could look it up on the logs if you wish. I won't stop you, or you can save yourself for the surprise. Haha, it's Kirk. No, not really.
Do we care any more about, or should we move on?
No, I think we move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
After some time, you'll go back to your daily duties after inspecting the shuttlecraft, reporting it to maintenance to get it repaired, because this is an admiral. Admiral's prerogative to take shuttlecrafts and do what they wish. The captain sets course for Pascal 1, the M-class planet that was in the ship, and they're on their way. Just before arriving, Admiral Stoker emerges from her quarters and joins you in the mission briefing room, assigns you all to come and join to hear the mission briefing. As you go to the mission briefing, the ship enters orbit. You three are all on the bridge, and can one of you give me a scan of the M-class planet? Can you give me insight and science, somebody? And this will be difficulty 2.
14 for me. Oh, okay.
I assume our security officer doesn't have a huge science roll.
Yeah, I have 9.
All right. Is the ship assisting?
The ship can assist, yeah. You've got the ship can assist with, bear with me, I've got my ship details here. If anyone wants to roll computers and science, that is a 11 roll.
All right. Would I be able to use the focus in astrosciences since I'm doing a scan of a planet in space?
That's fine.
All right. Cool. All right.
So
I'll do
1 dice for the ship, right?
Yeah.
Good
Okay,
job,
I'll do
ship. All right.
Success, nice.
I got 4
You got a
successes.
1. You got a 1. Oh, that's 2 successes.
Literally a 1.
What did you get,
Critical success. The ship.
I got 4 successes.
Holy
Two
you,
crits.
you got 2 crits!
Give
You
us
got,
all of the momentum.
Wait
Give
a
us
minute, so
all
that's
of the
2.
momentum.
you got 2 and you got 6. So you've actually just got 4.
6.
You got 4 momentum back. Okay.
Yay!
Well done. Leapfrog that. Holy shit. It's like the most successful roll you've ever done. Okay, so with your scans, you can assess, and this is not going to be as interesting as you think it might be, that the scans of the planet return some garbled readings. You can see the planet. You can definitely establish that it has a physical presence in the universe. It is exerting mass, especially on the objects around the planet. Small minor satellites and comets and such other things, but you cannot scan anything on the planet. All you can tell by looking at the surface of the planet is that it is M-class. You can see areas of coastal areas, forestry areas, usual swaths of desert, big tropical tundra, things like that. You can see that it is an M-class planet physically with the eye. You cannot see any constructions on the planet. You can assess that the atmosphere, including to light readings, because obviously you can tell a lot from the atmosphere of the planet just by looking at the light, that the atmosphere is oxygen and nitrogen, very breathable for humans. Sorry, Dave. It's EV suit time. One day you'll go to a planet.
I'll double up on EV suits again.
It's a TV suits on EV suits. It's like the person that wears like 3 sets of trousers.
All right. What is the admiral asking us to do
Okay.
anything, or
The admiral's
should we
asking is
report that
saying,
we can't figure anything out yet?
very, very just clearly, is like, I would like you to assemble an away team. So I'm going to allow you guys to take the three of you and one NPC of your choice of your own making, because we are without stars. So if you want to think up a character or invite a previous NPC character that we've had, I'm definitely going to offer that out to you. If there's anyone you want, please don't name them a variation of Dave. I think we've exhausted that one.
Well, we probably could do with an engineer type character, couldn't we? To fill
I
the
think
gap, as it were.
I remember when I was walking past engineering earlier, Lieutenant Stars Garterson seemed pretty interested in getting on an away mission.
Lieutenant Stars Garterson. Stars Garterson. Is he Swedish by any chance?
I believe so.
Is Garterson a Swedish name?
I do believe so. I'm not an expert on human nationalities, but my reading would tell me that that's likely. Yeah.
Fantastic. So
he's a tall, handsome fellow with luxurious hair.
Fantastic.
And
beautiful blonde hair.
Fantastic beard. Yeah.
Very flixy. So Lieutenant Stars Garterson, it's like, hit the
every time you say his name, he flicks his hair.
He just flicks his hair. Well, the fact of the matter is,
oh dear.
No.
Sorry, Stars.
Also, story Sweden.
Yes. I have a regional accent. It varies from region to region. Let me get my clogs.
That would be the Dutch.
Okay, we've lost. Yeah, okay. Anyway,
it's just Scandinavia in general now.
Now that
send them all. Why not?
It's just a general European Nordic kind of descent. It's a lot has changed in the last 300 years.
That's true. That's
very true. So now that you've assembled your away team of, your Tholian, your Trill Doctor, your Trill Geologist, your Denobulan Doctor, and your Swedish Engineer, very diverse group of characters. This is going to be fun, especially when Stars join. Admiral Stoker addresses you and says, your mission is to go down to the planet and investigate its status. Are there life forms there? If so, what is their condition? Is there any evidence of the strange technology we have seen on Bacchus 4 or elsewhere? Why can't we successfully scan the surface? Despite the interference we're seeing, I feel it's safe for you to beam down. Please, carry on. And she indicates that it is time to go to transporters and beam yourselves down to the planet. But as you are in the transporter room, you see the transporter officer clicking buttons and with a bit of a frown on his face, mentioning, and he goes, I just can't. By the way, this needs to be a character as well, by the way. He says, I can't seem to get a central lock. There's too much EM radiation. There's a highly concentrated EM pulse coming off this planet. They can't get a lock on anything down there. I don't feel entirely satisfied that I could get you down there, but I can't guarantee where I'll put you. I can definitely get you on the surface of the planet. And the Admiral goes, it's fine. We will get you down on the planet. You will be able to go down there. Not a problem. And the transporter officer goes, well, I'm not sure. Do you doubt the question of your superior officer, Lieutenant? And the transporter officer's, no, very, very prestigious. Like, no, ma'am. Obviously sweating a little bit, but keen to get down there. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
Can we respectfully ask to take a shuttle instead? I think the U.S.S. Sassafras is provisioned for a trip down.
Unfortunately, then this is the captain pipes up here and says, unfortunately, the EM radiation is disrupting any attempts to get closer to the planet. If the beaming down, unfortunately, is the only way. Admiral, I am a bit curious how you think it is so safe. And the Admiral says, don't worry about it. That is classified information. We just appreciate that I have some information that you do not. I assure you, you will be safe to go down to the planet.
Definitely starting to sound more like a badmiral.
Before we go down, can we get some provisions?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Please help yourself to any items at the cost of 1 momentum per item if you wish to spend it, but please let me know what you want.
So standard provisions are a hand phaser and a med kit. Though.
Med kit for a
First aid
doctor.
kit?
You'll have a tricorder, a phaser. That's
Tricorder,
all standard.
cool.
That's your
and
basic
then
stuff. If you need an EV suit, an EV suit is included as well.
Yeah. Does Stars Garderson have an engineering tricorder?
He does have
as
an engineering.
engineer?
He does, yes.
All right.
Do I still have my mobile agonizer?
Of course you do.
Sure. Yeah, you've got that.
All right. I think perhaps, unless you guys have other ideas, I think we should have one stronger weapon than just a hand phaser. Maybe Dave should have a phaser rifle, perhaps.
So bring a phase rifle, yeah.
And then I would maybe like to bring some explosives. Maybe just one explosive this time.
Sure. I mean,
And if yeah,
who's having what? Because I'll say allow you to
I'm
take
having the phase rifle.
You have the phase rifle, so that's 1 momentum.
yeah. I'll take a explosive because
That's 2. Okay. Nifty.
Do you want to bring
Why not?
anything in the box?
And my mobile agonizer is part of my standard loadout, so I don't think that costs momentum.
That's fine. Yeah. So
Yeah.
just
I think that should probably be fine, right?
yeah.
Should
That'll
we
be
do-
fine. Okay.
Otherwise I don't know what we even have as options. So.
I mean,
Oh,
anything in think about in Star Trek, any item you want, like just think
Yeah.
like what you think would be useful.
Bring a Resican flute so we can listen
sure.
to some lovely flute music while we're down there.
Or a Vulcan loot, maybe.
We could each bring an instrument and play sweet music on the planet's surface.
Would you charge us momentum for an instrument?
I'll bring a rudimentary lathe.
I will. If you want to take a small handheld instrument, I will not charge you for it. If you want something larger that requires 2 hands to operate, then that will be a momentum cost.
All right. I want castanets.
Okay.
And maracas.
Well, yeah.
I mean, technically, I don't need an instrument because I'm a rock. I can resonate. And
That's
create
true. You have this weird
that,
resonating thing.
Yeah.
So we're taking explosives. Okay, explosives and castanets and mobile agonizers. Okay, cool.
And a phaser rifle.
And a
phaser rifle.
Got that down. That's
All right. I think are we good on our loadout now?
Okay, right.
think
So, you head onto the transporter. I would like each of you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would like you each to roll a d6 for me, and tell me what.
Just
you
one?
got. Just one. Just a d6, and just let me know what you got.
Which
Do you
colour
remember
D6?
what these numbers represent if I show you what I rolled?
Which one did you roll?
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh.
There's blanks, there's deltas, and then there's a one.
Because I think you might actually have to have a proper d6 because some of those are like there's like 2 blanks, there's 2 twos, so that would
Okay.
be easy.
I'll just roll it. I'll just roll a additional d6.
Yeah.
My shaker cup today is the Apple episode.
Oh, nice.
Shot glass.
That's a
I
very
rolled a
Knowing
specific
what
shot
the
glass.
number
Oh.
means, I rolled a 6.
You rolled a 6.
I also rolled a
Interesting.
6.
You got a 1. We got 2
I got a
6s.
1.
Can Genos or Nifty roll again, please?
Yeah, can you roll nifty? I already closed mine.
Oh, it's going to be like determining order for something, huh?
Well, it could be good or bad.
I rolled a 6 again. One
You
second.
roll again.
All right,
You
I
got
will
weighted
read.
dice.
Maybe a weighted dice. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I rolled a 1, so now I have to roll
You
again.
do have to roll again. It's 1s or 6s. The snake eyes will bust, yeah.
I got a 2.
So did I. Just rolled a 2.
Okay, right. No, that's
All
fine.
right,
That's
one
fine.
of us keeps the 6, and one of us has the 2.
Right, Genos, you have the 6, and Nifty have the 2. Okay, let's start with you, Nifty. Right, so you all end onto the transporter pad. Transporter operator is sweating, but he managed the controls, and you feel yourself having a fairly standard beam out down. However, let's start with you, Nifty. Can you now give me fitness and security difficulty 2 roll, please?
Sure, although I don't know if it really matters. But with the 2 and there was a 1 and a 6, I'm going first. Just confirming that.
Literally, you're at the top of the screen. That's why.
Okay, no, cool.
That's
So
fine.
I'm rolling.
It wasn't roll order.
Oh, okay. And I'm rolling a d6, you said? Sorry.
No, you're now rolling fitness and
Oh,
security
no, I'm
difficulty
rolling
2.
fitness security. So,
Yeah.
Sorry. Fitness security difficulty 2. Where'd that go? Fitness security. So I have a 14. It's a difficulty 2. Why am I rolling this?
You'll find out.
Like, can I know? Can I attempt to use a focus or anything?
Okay.
Or
You have beamed down onto the planet, and you realize you are actually 20 feet above the planet's surface.
I knew it.
okay.
I could do that. I could do that.
Let's see. I don't think a number of my medical focuses will possibly come into play after falling and hitting the ground.
Yeah.
But I don't really see how any of my focuses.
No one bring a trampoline. Come on, guys.
I was going to say it. I was after the Resican flute. It was going to be the trampolines.
Yeah.
Ooh, I will. You know what? I'm going to argue that with my medical knowledge, I am going to be able to brace myself better, knowing how the body works.
Okay.
I have a better way to be able to brace myself for this 20-foot landing. I can't stop the 20-foot thing from happening.
20-foot drop, but you can. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Better...
I'll allow you to take the focus. Let's see how you roll.
Fuck. A 15 and a 16.
Okay, that's two failures. You realize you're in midair and fall rather clumsily the 20 feet down onto the ground. You take 5 stress, and you have broken your wrist. So one of your hands is currently non-operational. Luckily, you're a doctor. You can do something about that.
Remind me again, please. Stress. When I take stress, I'm adding check marks, I'm removing check marks.
You are adding check marks.
Because by default, we have like 50% of them filled in, so I wasn't sure which way to go.
Yeah,
okay,
so it varies from character and upbringing and things like that.
Okay, but I'm adding 5 checks. Okay,
yeah. And if it gets to the end,
injuries, I now have a broken wrist. You said
that is your. We're going to play with traits. That is your trait. You have a broken wrist.
Ooh.
Cranky. You beam onto the surface, not midair like everyone else. However, you realize not far away from you, in imminent danger, is a herd of wild oxen stampeding right in your direction. Please give me a presence and science task, difficulty 2. And that's not me making this up. That is the thing. That's a weird roll for that, but
presence
okay.
and science.
Yeah.
Presence and science. That's 9. Okay. So what's happening? I've got a beast approaching me, haven't I?
You've got a herd of what looks like wild oxen, but obviously alien oxen. Hey, that's my band name. That's cool. We are alien oxen!
I have a focus in hazardous environments.
Yeah, okay.
And I also have a focus in survival.
I would take survival more than hazardous environment.
Yeah. Is your discipline above a 1? Because... it wouldn't really help because it just raises your crit range.
No, my discipline is 1.
All right, then focuses won't matter then.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, let's just roll this out and see how we go.
He's gonna break one of your wrists now.
That is a 4, which is a pass. That's 6. That's a 6. So that's 2 successes.
So you beam down, and in typical Tholian composure, you manage to just lose yourself in the moment as this herd stampedes towards you. Keep your composure, and they just run on past you. None of them can collide with you. They just expertly glide past you. The waft of oxen glances through your EV suit, and you realise it reminds you of your childhood, strangely. Genos.
Oh dear.
All those oxen on Tholia.
You... okay, I'm just trying to work out the best way of wording this. You beam down, and you feel very cramped. You feel like objects pressing against you, and you realise you have beamed into... It's fairly dark, fairly overshadowed, and all you can feel is the texture of wood and rock against you, with a small point of light as you realise you've been beamed into a very, very tight space in some of the foliage, and you're trapped between a couple of trees and rock formations. But please give me a reason and medicine task, difficulty 2, to ease your way out of this.
Reason and medicine. Okay. You said so. I'm between some plants.
You're
and
kind of like
some
big
rocks.
trees and rocks have all sort of grown up in a tight outcrop, and you kind of you've been beamed into like the middle of them, and you have to kind of wiggle your way out.
Rocks is
Okay.
your thing.
Yes, I was going to ask if I can. I can visually observe what types of rocks they are, and see if I can sort of wiggle my way out, knowing whether they're igneous or metamorphic or sedimentary.
In this case, the knowledge of the rock is not going to help you move around the rock. Unlike a doctor who can possibly cure something by looking at it, knowing it's a bone, you realize that, yes, you know exactly what kind of rock it is. However, it's not going to help with this task, knowing about the rock. Like,
All right, very well.
Is he close to me?
We'll find out.
Can I shout? Can I, before I decide to wiggle out, can I...
if you're going to shout...
touch
so you are...
any of my items?
You are some...
Like, can I reach anything?
Not at the moment. You are currently separated. However, if you want to try and shout and have it be heard, it'll cry, a mighty roar! Give me presence and command difficulty 2.
All right. Well, I have a better roll just trying to wiggle out, so I think I'm just going to try to wiggle out if that's all right with you guys.
Okay, because what I was trying to get at is I can aid in medical related tasks. So if I was
for now,
able to help him,
for now, I would say like all 3 of these things happen simultaneously. So for the sake of things, like you're all
rolling as I'm in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna roll. All right. I got 1 success out of the 2.
Okay. I will take a point of complication. Point of threat for that extra failure. So you do manage to wiggle yourself out. You do take a number of points on the body. A number of stresses on your body. You don't break anything, but you take some serious strains trying to get out. But which will be 3 stress, please. So give yourself 3 stress for that. But you do manage to get out, and the 3 of you. How are you going to try and find each other? Bearing in mind, I've said shouting is an option. You are currently all separated and not in visual eye shot. You are all in a forest. I should mention that as well. So it is not a plane. You can just sort of look around and go, hey, I can see you. You have currently beamed into a forested area.
Do our communicators work?
Like I say, do we not have communicators?
They do not work.
Okay. Can I shoot my phaser up in the air and see if I can alert them to my presence?
However, your phaser
rather than just shouting, which we know is an option.
Your phaser also does not work.
Can Stars Gartison use his engineering tricorder?
Oh, hang on. No, sorry. I forgot about Mr. Gartison. He has beamed... I'll
He's still floating 20 feet.
Yeah, he's just there.
Waiting, yeah.
No, he has beamed into a patch of poisonous vegetation. So let me roll for him. This is going to be insight and science. I think I've got a spare sheet for that. Yeah, there it is. Okay, he's got to get a 12. Oh, he got a 1 and a 4.
No.
He beams into the patch of poisonous vegetation, looks around and goes, this is some shady plantage. I have to get out of here very steadily. And so he gets out of the vegetation without taking any damage.
Good for him. All right. Niftox had a good idea. Why don't we try to vocally shout to each other and see if anyone.
What did I say? I said command and presence, didn't I? Difficulty 2.
This is where the Resican flute would have come in handy.
I don't you.
Ooh, can I play the caster?
Yeah.
Do you think castanets are a bit louder than your voice?
I have very loud castanets. They're space age, so they're very loud.
Space castanets.
Yeah, I've got the loudest castanets ever. I'll accept the voice on this occasion.
Okay, so
who might have the best shouting? Option?
I only have a 10 here.
Yeah.
So the loudest shouter should be the shouter, and then the other 2 go towards the voice.
The shoutees.
Yes. So who's got better than 10? I'm hoping both of you.
I'm sorry, remind me one more time.
Presence command.
I have a 12. Can't hear you.
Becky, you are muted. Dave, muted Dave.
Told you, no technology's working. Even his voice comms are working. No,
Nope.
that's working.
Yeah.
No, got here. We
Nope,
lost you.
We're getting no input from you.
Hold how many hands of the number of dice. You can hear us.
Oh, I hear something now.
We had something there. Talk.
Yeah,
You were lit up.
microphone on there.
Yep.
I'm doing turn off and on.
Ah,
There you are.
Oh, okay. You're back.
No.
We had you.
Yeah, it's on the laptop mic.
ah.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. What did
Weird.
you have a roll?
I have a 12 also.
okay.
I want to hear a Tholian shout.
No, you've
Yeah.
gone again.
We lost.
Uh,
Oh, really?
Oh no,
That's
now you're.
not
Now
Now
you're.
you're back.
Yeah.
It's
What's it
very
like?
inconsistent.
Hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello.
Mic check.
Yeah,
1,
there you
2,
go.
1, 2.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so I'm shouting. Hello! Anybody!
Perfect.
Is there a day?
Please give me presence command difficulty 2 then.
Presence command. Did I say that was 12? Ooh, that's a 20
Ooh.
and a 7. So
Okay.
that's 1 success, 1
So as you
very
go to
much
shout,
not a success.
your comms, which I initially said were working, now have stopped. So you have no way to communicate with your team. You are currently exactly like that. So
Does anyone know Tholian sign language?
I will. You can keep attempting this if you wish.
I'm gonna try shouting this
Yeah.
now. I have successfully shouted.
Correct.
Hello, is anyone there? This is Esteban.
So you beam down.
Surely someone could at least hear the mariachi band after he says his name.
I like. No, can I just paint this image for you? So you've been trapped inside these trees. You've emerged out of these trees and rocks like the birth of some sort of trill creature. And he goes, "Hello, is anyone there?" Dancing around like a crab.
And then the
Zoidberg.
mariachi band comes out after them and
Yes,
just like
what's Lila?
fixes their hats.
And they just come around and go. And he's just like, this is the song of my people. Okay. The shouts of our trill geologists do manage to convey across the forest, and your other 3 compatriots do manage to find their way towards you. Now, I'll give you a moment if you want to focus on any injuries or check the conditions of anything now, because I appreciate you have a broken wrist.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I need to fix myself.
You do.
Yeah. Would he be able to with a broken wrist, or would
You
I have
can-
to borrow his medical kit? Because I have some medicine use.
You will have to assist. You will have to be the primary roller to do it. I'm just trying to find out what the medicine roll is. Bear with me a second. There was a thing for that, basically.
Can't we just do the classic, like, rip a piece of sleeve off our uniform and wrap it around his arm?
You could do like for a non-roll. I would let you do that, but it wouldn't fix the. It wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a way of saying, like, you're not going to be able to fix your wrist, but you will be able to return it to basic use. But you'll get your complication range will increase for anything that is using that hand. But to do that, I would want you to roll for it. But if you want to do a more rudimentary,
Yeah, we want a
one-
two-handed nifty, really, don't we? Niftox.
in which case,
Yeah.
this is definitely going to be medicine and something. I just cannot find the recovery. Oh, first aid. Here we go. Daring and medicine difficulty 1, please, to do that. But your complication range will increase to 18 to 20.
All right, so
unless you fail.
Am I helping him then?
You're doing the
I'm
primary
helping him.
roll. You're doing the primary roll. You can assist as well if you want nifty, and we can get some momentum going.
Okay, I'll assist.
Yeah.
I can also. So you said it's only difficulty 1 though.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
I think
is
we should need momentum. I'm only an 11, but I figure I can.
I have 13
probably
in daring
focus
and medicine.
on biology in this case as well, since I'm
No,
using his. No.
Sorry?
No one's listening to the Folian anymore.
We can't hear you.
He said he has a 13.
He does have a 13, yeah. I will allow some use of sign language you've all talked about with each other. It's fine.
Okay.
So he can do the roll instead of.
Okay. Do you want to do that?
Roll.
Bearing in mind the medicine is only one. The rest of it's daring. It's just going to be a daring fix.
For
Zach
the
Brannigan,
cost
stand back.
of-
I know what I'm doing.
For the cost of
Yeah.
one momentum, I can give you guys my discipline of 5, though.
Ooh. That's quite
I have collaboration medicine as.
I think
one
we
of
should
my-
do that, and then we could probably get that momentum back if you give it to.
Also, you get to use one of my focuses as well.
Ooh.
I
Yeah,
mean,
let's do
guaranteed
that.
you've got medicine. Might be applicable, just maybe.
So, I mean, I have emergency medicine and patient care.
I don't know
So
if this is much of an emergency. No, I'm joking. It's fine.
Patient care works though. Yeah, why don't we give Dave your role? So, what's your daring, Dave?
My daring is 12.
So then you'd get his 5, so that'd be a 17, and then a focus. So your crit range would be 1 to 5. So why don't you do that?
What? Just 2 dice? Or
Yeah,
just 3
it's a
dice?
difficulty 1.
Yeah. Okay.
and we spent one momentum for this, but I think it's quite worth it.
Yeah, we'll probably get 1 back.
That is a 1 and a 2.
Very
Shit.
nice. Yeah. So that is that's 3. So you're up to 3 momentum. now.
4
You get
because
2.
those are both crits.
Is it 2? No, 2.
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, because you used your focus as well,
Yeah,
didn't you?
I'm on his range. Yeah.
I'm with it. Well done. So that's 4 momentum. Well done. Because that was so good, I will actually reduce the complication range. I was going to go up 2 points. I'll only go up 1 point. So your complication range is a 19 or 20 for any activity you use the broken wrist hand, which I'm going to say was your dominant hand. Actually,
Okay,
no. No, actually, I'm gonna flip a coin. Do I have a coin? No, I don't have a coin. I'm going to roll a dice.
You have a D2.
I have a D6. 1 to
That would be
3.
a coin.
1 to 3, it's your dominant hand. 4 to 6, it's your non-dominant hand, and that's a 2, so it is your dominant hand that was broken. So, you have any
Does
mind
that
word
remove
for
any
it?
of its-
Sorry.
Does that
Oh yeah.
remove any of its-
Does my stress change now that I'm in a more stable condition?
Let me just see what the book says. I think you can get some back. No, it just means you don't die.
Okay.
You still got the stress.
Congratulations, you didn't die.
You
Yeah.
didn't die.
I guess if we don't get any stress back from this, my bumps and bruises probably don't need to be addressed.
Yeah.
I'm just a little beat up. All right.
Okay,
And so
go
none of our electronics are working.
No, nothing is working. Your tricorders are out. Your communications, your phasers, your phaser rifle. Your explosives are the all primitive C4, or are they something more complicated?
Analog,
And look, your
It's-
explosives work when you want to.
Whichever works.
And your castanets work.
Does his EV suit still work?
The EV suit does still work. Let's say it's solar powered or some bullshit. I don't know.
Wait, so does the universal translator work? Because we're all talking to each other in
That's a
different
good point.
languages?
That's a good point.
We all took English at the academy, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Of course.
Yeah, the book.
We're
didn't
speaking
come across-
Federation Standard. It's fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, right, whatever it is.
Such a
Not
primitive
French, a
language.
dead language.
You're all speaking English and just regretting it entirely. So yeah, nothing is working. I don't know if you no communications. You've obviously no communications from the Lexington. Your weapons are useless. And there's no tricorders, which you can see why I was very keen for Stars to do this mission. 'Cause-
Yeah. Can we maybe get Stars Gartison on the case and try and solve the non-power issue?
Stars Gartison, he takes his engineering tricorder, he looks at it and he goes, very strange, and bashes it a little bit and goes, it appears, I don't know, he's gone German now. He sort of opens up the back.
It's Chekhov almost.
It appears, he is, yes. It appears that nothing is
Italian.
working here. There you go. That's his expert engineering opinion.
That's his, okay, yeah.
But like, can he determine, like, is it a case of like, oh, it's not, receiving blah blah blah,
I
or
see,
it
okay.
appears to be, 100%, like it should work, but
Why
it's not.
don't
Like, what?
I make him roll to find out? I get to do some rolls
Yeah,
too,
like-
How
How much
Apply
info
all the
can he
focus
determine?
on all the talents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has no talents
You
or
got- you got-
focuses. He's just naturally
I was
gifted.
gonna say you've got to play the part properly and pull up all kinds of talents and focuses and.
No, I am far too lazy a GM for that. It's just going to be a straight roll. He's an NPC. He is a non-critical character. This is probably going to be, I'm going to say, control and engineering. And he is going to be good at that. So that's a 14, a 9, and a 6. So that is 2 successes. That was difficulty 2, by the way. So he goes, it appears that the EM field that is extruding from the planet's core is interfering with any kind of electronics. It's very strange. I've gone Welsh now. He's technically a
Just
changeling.
like Daffodil.
He's
He's like
Daffy.
about a bit.
I'm going around with my vacuum. You better watch your feet.
How thick is this forest? Like, can we see through it fairly well? Can we see if there are any clearings that we can get to potentially?
Or is there
Okay.
a tall tree we can climb?
Ooh.
Would you like to climb a tree? The trees are reasonable size, and I will absolutely let you climb a tree.
I mean, I've got lots
Yeah.
of appendages that would be
Yeah, I was
useful
just
to
gonna say
climb.
the guy with the most appendages should
Yeah.
probably do the climbing, not the guy
Yeah.
with the broken wrist.
Okay, give me fitness. A con. Why not con? We don't use con enough. Fitness con difficulty 2.
Ooh, fitness con.
Let's just spice it up.
That'd be a 12.
I think this is a hazardous environment.
It's anything but hazardous. This is like the most temperate environment you've ever been in. You're thinking of spending your holidays here.
Yeah, except for no technology working.
Yeah, I haven't got anything
Okay, you
like
have a
it.
12.
Okay.
What's your fitness con, Genos?
Oh, really low. It's a 9. I
Okay,
can't
so
do anything.
you said my complication range goes to 19 and 20 instead?
Correct, yes.
That's the only current detriment I would experience.
That's only if you're using something with your dominant hand.
If I'm climbing the
Climbing.
tree, I clearly have to use my
Indeed,
hands.
yeah,
so
indeed, so
it would apply. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a 14. So should
Let's let
I
him climb. Yeah, let's
do
let
the
him climb.
climbing?
Yeah,
I
go
mean,
for it.
medical technology, and I'm a pretty good doctor to even explain how to properly splint me. So you did a bang up job on this.
Can I
my
assist by
wrist-
pushing him up?
No, I think you can find he can climb a tree himself.
boost me? We didn't bring our Bach mountain climbing boots. That would have solved this, maybe if they worked. No, yeah.
Everyone always
Okay,
forgets about the
so-
rocket boots.
Difficulty 2, you said.
Yeah.
I have a 14. How much momentum do we have?
4.
Nice. Let's keep
I thought you said we actually filled all the way up.
No, you just
we
got
actually
to
have 6?
4. You gained. You went down to 1. You
We
gained
gained 4.
3. Oh no, I think you're
We
5.
gained
Sorry,
4.
you got 5. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
You are
We
right.
were
Alright,
down
why
to
don't
1.
you use 1?
Oh, okay, whatever.
Why don't you
I
use
think
1?
I should use 1 to be safe here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get back down to 4.
Okay, so difficulty 2. Can I bullshit my way into a focus? No.
Man, you've learned nothing from stars.
I think your 3 dice should be fine with a 14.
I mean, these are standard. You established these are standard normal trees, right?
Let's say there's some kind of very tall ash.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. So if they were like Ents, I could use some of my focuses to
They are
Well,
not
the
ents.
climb better.
The one you're
It-
climbing is clearly sort of 20 feet taller than the rest of them, because it's obviously the one that you want to be able to see over the top
Yeah.
of everything else.
This is the king tree. Yes.
Yeah.
The
Good luck.
biochemistry of the tree, I'm able to analyze really, really well.
Just climb the damn tree.
Three dice. 2 successes,
Fantastic.
and my
Alright.
failure was 15, so it's not a bad failure. It's just a standard failure.
Absolutely
2
fine.
successes.
Doesn't count anyway because you got your 2 successes. So yes, you managed to climb the tree almost oddly nimbly for someone that just broke their wrist, but apparently having it solid and doesn't unencumber you at all. You head to the top of the tree and you look out among the clearing. You see the forest stretches on for quite some way, and you see a notable few clearings. There is a clearing around about, let's say about 300 meters away from you, where you can see a couple of figures. You cannot make out the features of the figures currently working in a part of the forest. And then further on, another 2 kilometers away, you guess, is what looks to be a primitive village. There are further villages also scattered along the horizon, sort of isolated outcrops of different civilizations. The same civilization, different villages in the civilization. There is also interspersed between the villages is areas of sort of elevated rocks or elevated sort of not quite mountainous, but more sort of as like hilly, rocky areas that are you can make out some small entrances to caves and the such.
Sorry, the
rocks at him
figures
while he's up the
are
tree.
where? And how
300
close?
meters away in a clearing.
Yeah.
Well, okay. And then the village is 2K away.
Should we saunter over to the clearing?
I mean, I think we should stand and throw rocks at Niftox for a second while he's trying to
I have
get
a
down the
focus on
tree.
that.
No, I think we should head towards the clearing.
Yeah, definitely.
No, we know we have difficulties potentially with communication.
Is the clearing with the figures in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said there were
we'll
like
have
2
to,
figures or some.
Yeah, 2 figures. There's 4 of us. Any combat will be hand to hand. We're not going to blow up
Or
the 2
hand to
figures that are
explosive.
only explosive. Yeah, but we're not going to blow them up with our 1 explosive, unless it turns out really, really dangerous.
First thought, something unknown, let's blow it up.
Also, gameplay question. So, you're saying if let's say my third roll had been a 19 or a 20,
Yes.
it doesn't matter if I had the 2 successes. The
Okay,
crit
you
failure
would have
doesn't
had success
matter
but
at all, or
it would have succeeded, but I would have also then added a complication.
right? Okay,
So, yeah,
that's
would
what
have
I
monkey-clawed
thought
it.
was the rule. So yes,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
well done.
Now, when you said it didn't matter, it's like, oh wait, really? Like it could have been bad? No. Okay, so
yeah, at that
you
point
can
you
both
just rolled a
succeed and
neutral.
critically
Yeah,
fail a complication-y thing. Okay, cool.
yeah, just for that. So you're
Yeah,
going.
I think we should go to the clearing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. As you approach the clearing.
Oh,
Go-
wait. Before you finish saying anything, I think we should go to the clearing, but should somebody stay out of sight just in case for now?
Yes, it should be Stars Garderson.
So Stars Garderson hangs back just in case.
I'm a master of camouflage.
Or maybe the giant thing in the EV suit, potentially, if this is a pre-war.
All I see is the chef off the Muppets. Herpy, flurpy, derpy.
Stars
Yeah.
Johnson. I would like to apologise to any of our new Nordic viewers here. I'm just terrible. I apologise.
Yeah.
What's your plan?
So
We'll
Stars Garderson's
head
hanging back.
over stealthily.
Well, I mean, we don't need to be too stealthy. We don't want to like scare them by sneaking up on them, but I think just
Right.
somebody hangs back just in case.
Okay. Well,
But
Okay.
Foley and Dave should be one of the people going into the clearing because if fisticuffs happen,
before you
All right, good point.
before you get too close, I'll just read this little passage the mission actually gives to me. In the distance, you hear the sound of voices calling to each other. The language is unfamiliar, although some of the words and cadences sound similar to Denobulan. The voices continue to get closer. So they are now actively heading in your direction.
Oh, they're coming for
oh,
us.
these voices are not the voices from the clearing.
They are the voices from the clearing. You recognise, you gather from where you saw them out there that they have now, in your deliberations to how best stealthily blow these people up, you realise that they are now actually left the clearing and are coming towards you.
Oh, okay.
Well, I say we keep approaching then.
Yeah, let's go that way and see if maybe Niftox can make out the language more closely as they get closer. If they keep talking.
Yep. I also have a talent in cultural flexibility that will probably come into play sometime soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean we keep approaching.
We
them.
approach and
So you're not. Okay. So, as they walk into the clearing, you catch sight of them before they catch sight of you. These are natives of the planet. Does it give a description? That's a good point. Let me just doubly check.
Are they a pre-warp civilization?
You'll find out in a minute.
They're gonna come and be like, "Hello, we have warp."
Yeah.
just a way we introduce ourselves. I'm just trying to see if
Hi,
the
we have
screens-
warp. Would you like to use it?
Sorry, I'm just trying to find if that describes what the people look like. And it doesn't actually do that. So these are... here we go. So you recognise that the three are humanoid, 2 legs, 2 arms, usual set of eyes and ears, typical Star Trek. But all three of them have dark skin, very light hair, and are taller than typical humans, one of them being just over 2 meters tall, so very humanoid. And you hear them sort of talking to each other, and you recognise that, yes, it is actually Denobulan language, but these two are not Denobulan.
Can
You see,
Nick
they're
Doc
holding.
make out what they're saying?
Sorry, they're
And
holding.
is it standard Denobulan? They're not. They don't have forehead ridges, speaking a northern dialect.
No, they are not. They are not Denobulan in appearance at all. They are.
I-
You see. Yes, yes, I see. You see, one of them holding a basket firewood, and others kind of got like a crude sort of like a hanger or like a sort of a, what do you call it? Those bags you take to the supermarkets that are just like nets, that kind of full of fruit and things like that. One of them's got a sort of a venison haunch over her shoulder. You realise that all 3 of them are female as well, coming towards you. And they are getting closer. So
I mean, there's 3 guys, 3 ladies.
No, as a Denobulan, they have my language. They may have other things in common, and they.
This stream just got rated R.
Yeah.
I'm not saying these guys are getting new wives, but as the Denobulan,
I see.
I don't
Well,
know
I would
how many I have back home. So
I would suggest we send Nifdocs in first and attempt to communicate with them in Denobulan.
yeah, I'd say like I kind of just like take a step forward from our group
Okay.
and like hi.
So are the rest of you staying out of sight, or are you just sort of?
Well,
standing-
no, we'll
Oh,
just
sorry,
stay
we are
inside,
still
but
on-
just hang back a little bit.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Be very peaceful looking, not aggressive.
Okay. Yeah, you do. You they're shocked a little bit at seeing you, but tilt their heads in a little bit as if they sort of scan your facial features and recognize that you are Denobulan, and they sort of say like, "Oh, hello. I didn't anticipate seeing another one of you before. I am Niseri, and this is the taller one. These are my daughters, Chiola and Zori. Let me have a look. Sorry, I have to skip a whole section where you guys hid, but you didn't hide. One of them looks over at Theutholi and Dave and goes, "He is a strange one." And you see the 2 daughters are vaguely afraid of you, Tholi and Dave.
I'm used to that. That's a common thing.
Yes.
Mhm.
There's a whole section here that says characters that can't speak Denobulan need to do a roll, but luckily one of you does. So that's a fun little coincidence. Otherwise, I would have been making you guys do charades.
Yeah.
But you can tell that these people are shocked that you're here, but not overly concerned that you look like aliens. Especially you, Nifdocs. They've clearly seen Denobulans before. Obviously, they're speaking the language, but they say they quickly have a small exchange of words with you, sort of saying like, "Hello, and this is who we are. We're from a village not far away." Don't seem to be too interested where you're from. They're more interested in finishing the jobs that they are doing, and they are currently out hunting. There's a variety of jobs they need to get done before they can return to the village. Do you want to help them? She invites you. So, would you like to help us with our work? We've got some things to do for the village, for the community to do.
What do they need to do? Should we ask them
Yeah.
what do they need help with?
Thank you. There. We need to. I'll just list it out. We need some more. Wild game. We need to hunt. We need some more weapons to hunt with. We are running low. We need to harvest the vegetables. We need to find if these vegetables nearby are suitable for eating. I wonder if you want to help us, fine. If not, we'll carry on and we'll take a bit more time. But it'll be.
So
she's
if
vaguely
we
hinting,
help
as like,
them-
since you're here, would you mind?
Yeah. If we help them, we can probably small talk our way into learning more about the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Reasonable.
Also,
Possibly
since
meet
our
more
weapons
of their
don't work,
community.
and they are making weapons, as you said. That's one of their tasks. We may be able to make 1 or 2 extra spears for ourselves, or whatever, bows. Insert local weapon here.
Just very quickly, do any of you guys have a hard cut off today?
I do it 25 minutes from now.
25 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Just to scale where I'm going to stop this, so that's fine. Okay. What would you like to do? So you want to try and make some weapons with them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I say we help them in however way we can.
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine being a security officer and having lots of survival training, I'll be pretty decent at making weapons. And being science and medicine, the other two would be good at sorting out whether fruit or vegetables are edible, safe to eat.
Are you also flexing? You're like, yes, I can help you, ladies.
Yeah. Hand me that wood, ladies.
Can you flex a carapace?
What?
A carapace.
Flex.
Yeah. I can. I'll vibrate it and create nice music, sweet music now. Yeah, not like that.
There we go. So I'm the only one that can communicate with them.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
But we assume you're passing on this information.
If we split up to do multiple tasks at once, we're being more helpful with them.
You are. I will make the tasks more difficult for those that are. Well, no, actually, I suppose you'll probably convey that.
Instructions first. Split up.
I mean, I can use my.
That's fine. Yeah.
I can use my telepathy.
That wouldn't fuck with their minds.
Do we want to then, if we get all the instructions as a group?
Oh yeah, I'm not telepathy, have I?
Sorry, Nifty, go on.
Yeah, we get the instructions as a group, and then split up a little bit just to be more helpful, which hopefully ingratiates ourselves more into their culture and whatnot. But I would, just as a guess, I'll be the one to do whatever task with the mum, because she, being the elder, probably has more information, probably more forthcoming with stuff. Just a guess, but does that sound like a plan?
Sure. Let's do that first. Sorry, which one did you say you were doing the vegetables?
I didn't say which. I just said we're gonna split up and do the tasks.
That's fine. Okay. I'll start with you then, Nifty. You go off with Niseri, and after some vague explanations and some handshakes and some hand signals, and you go off with her. So this is gonna be. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat. Let me just loosen that. Ribbit. So I'm going to give you 2 roles here.
Why?
Because one is going to be for the task, the other is assuming going to be looking to gather some information. And that's going to be your main task. So would you like to do the task first and then try and gather information, or do you want to sort of have a little walk and talk or walk and work?
Ooh. I want to help
first.
I want to help first because makes me
get into a good graces.
Okay.
Yep.
And you said, sorry, did we say which one you were doing? We didn't, did we?
No.
Go on.
So whichever in the explanation of all the tasks, so that we all know what we're doing, we presumably know the roles, and therefore we're each doing the tasks that we are best suited for.
I will break it down for you. I'll be a benevolent GM on this. It's early in the mission. It's fine.
It's an equitable call.
And this is nearly pros and cons. So to hunt for the forest for wild game using the primitive weapons available, that will be a fitness and security. To create better weapons with the resources at hand will be a reason and engineering. And to locate the large patch of vegetables that the Nisiri did not know was edible will be a reason and science.
All right. What's your reason in science, Nifdox?
I got a 13 in reason and science. Sorry, can you repeat the other 2 roles again? Oh, and were there 4 tasks? Oh, there's only 3 women though.
3 women, 3 tasks. It's like poetry, it rhymes.
Yeah,
sorry,
I need to look at the numbers again.
Reason and engineering for the weapons, and reason and science for the vegetables.
My FitSec is 14.
Your FitSec.
Yep. I would imagine that the security officer has a decent fitness and security roles.
15 fitness security.
All right.
And what was the engineering one?
Reason and engineering. That was the fashioning weapons.
All right.
So we had reason science and reason engineering.
Mhm.
There were
Yeah.
right. There were 2 reason-based ones.
Yeah, I have a 13 in reason engineering and a 15 in reason and science. What's your engineering look like, Nifdox?
It's only an 11.
All right. Why don't you take the science and I'll take the engineering because I think that splits it up.
Okay.
That makes the most sense.
So we'll start with you, Nifty. Head off and try and recognize some not standard vegetables they may have found. Please give me reason and science. Difficulty 1.
Okay.
Use your offhand.
Yeah. Also, I have a focus in biochemistry. I think
Sure.
be helpful here. So, yeah, that's another good reason to not be engineering because with a discipline score of 1 there, I wouldn't increase my focus, my crit range at all.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I'm doing reason science, difficulty 1. A 9 and a 12, so 2 successes.
2 successes, get some momentum back. Let me go up. Yep, so you managed to identify a particular variety of what is close to beetroot on the floor. You recognise the shapely leaves and do a quick, check around. You can recognise which plants are poisonous by their general excretions, things like that, and then you recognise that. And she's very grateful. She says, "Oh my gosh, I've seen hundreds of these around. I always thought there was some kind of just some kind of like flowering fruit. I didn't realize you could eat them. Like this is a whole new dimension for my cookery book. Like this is gonna be crazy. Village is gonna go wild. You don't know what you've done right
Everyone's
now.
going to be eating beets.
I'm gonna be the Gordon Ramsay of this civilization."
Thank goodness they weren't Leola root. Jeez.
Yes, somewhere Neelix has just rolled. Okay, give me as well. So she's quite impressed with this. She's quite happy with that. Give me presence and presence or insight and command. Difficulty 2. Actually, you know what? I'm going to spend some threat and I'm going to make that difficulty 3 to get some information out of her.
All right, I'm going to go with insight command.
Okay.
I'm also going to use my talent and cultural flexibility to reduce that difficulty by 1.
Son of a bitch.
And buy momentum while you're at it. You have 5. We need info.
And Star somewhere just went, something good happened.
Yeah.
He's like tweaked. Ugh.
I'm gonna buy a dice.
Yep. Okay.
And I'm also going to with my focus in counseling, I'm able to talk to people in a far more disarming way than your average person.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm using a focus and a talent. It's difficulty 2 now. I've bought 1 dice, so I'm rolling 3.
Should be good.
Insight. Oh, sorry, insight. It's command. Okay, and 3. 3 is my my crit now.
Okay.
Make sure you're using your offhand to talk to her.
Yeah, any hand gestures are made with it. 4 successes because I got a 1.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Have max momentum. Fine. Right. Okay. Well done.
I did hit a double failure earlier, so I'm making up for that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine. So what are you asking her?
You free this Saturday?
Oh, I am.
What is Saturday? I only have 5 days.
What's a Saturday? Yeah.
That's it. You've wasted your question completely.
Yes. Actually, no. I'll tell you what. Disregarding that one, I will give you.
Are you really?
For each of the 4 successes you've got, I'll give you 1 question to ask, and I will allow this to be the ask the GM question, through the lens of her kind of thing. So don't ask her like, "What's the point in this mission?" Because she'll go, "Huh." Like,
what do we want to ask, guys?
How do you
Because
know
we talked about
Genobi?
this beforehand.
Yeah.
of course.
Obviously.
How do you
We're like,
know-
what information
how
do
do you
we
know
need? What's
Genobi?
important to us?
Yeah, how do you know Denoblin's an interesting one?
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you met Do you know of any other people that aren't from this planet that are nearby or that visit you?
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you have any
who have you
technology or
seen
know what?
before? Yeah.
Do you have any technology or know what's causing the lack of technological ability,
Yeah.
i.e., the electromagnetic field?
Can you take us to your village and show us to who is in
Take us
charge?
to your leader.
Yes, exactly.
I would argue that could be a separate thing because that's
Hmm.
not an information gathering
That's
question. That's
more of
just like a
a
request. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we're all going to get to ask questions as well, aren't we?
Well, not. I don't know. We're not going to be able to talk
Not
to the
until
dog.
we're all together again
No.
because you
Yeah.
currently
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah,
communicate
Nifty's the
with
only,
them.
Niftox is the only one that could currently.
Okay.
So, how do they know denobulin? Like, what experiences do you have with other cultures? Kind of question, because clearly, like, they weren't shocked. Like, we are aliens, but that's not weird to them. So they obviously, in my opinion, obviously have experience with other beings, or they're just so innately not xenophobic that they're like, oh, it doesn't matter that you look different than us.
Wow.
Maybe they're just great people. But I suppose the question will tell us more there. What
Do
do
you know why
about
our
like
technology
your
doesn't work?
planet? And
Yeah, what do you know
technology?
about the EM field or lack of technology or
Okay.
something like that?
So
Yep. And then a fourth question. What else do we want to know? Are you? Are they the only people here?
okay.
I think is a good one. Like, is it just them and their race, their villages, are like, yeah, or is each village like, do they hate each other? So kind of a general question about like the
Politics.
politics of their planet, that the people and like
Yeah.
Right.
like,
So
are you the only people here? Kind of question.
so you want to
Do you have any
know
enemies?
about denobulin first. So
Yeah.
ask me that question directly how you would ask it.
See, I think instead of saying how do you know denobulin the language, say where have you seen my people before? How do you know what denobulins are?
That's a good
Which
one.
that kind of goes with like my question about like what other races have you met?
Yeah.
Okay, so the way I think I would word it is like, like, I don't know, where does your language come from? We are different, but we speak the same. Like, do you know why?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good way of asking, because I think if you just said like how do you know denobulin, she would have gone like denobulin.
Because my mom and dad taught me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So she says, our language has been one we've always had. We learned it from the ancient inscriptions from back in our ancestors. This has always been our language. It is odd to see somebody else with my own language on someone that looks so different. But I'm going to resolve this in one of your other questions, which was, what was it? Have you ever seen other people from this area?
Other races.
Yeah, so she says occasionally we see other people in the forests. They sometimes come from other places and then they move on. They all sorts. So people call them various myths and mysteries. I am far more pragmatic. I believe simply travelers from other parts of the planet. I'm not going to say planet there. From other areas of
Places.
of other places. Everyone looks
Other
different in their own
villages.
ways, and we are. I assume they speak other languages. I assume that you've met others of our kind before, and we speak the same language, but we're not adversarial. We welcome all sorts. We have seen many people in the woods that look strange. They come, they go. Okay, so what was your third question?
They come
That's two
alien?
questions.
Yeah.
And what we've learned is it's the language they've always spoke.
Mhm.
She has no like lore that says why, just other than it's literally like that's always how it's been.
Passed down from the
And-
ancients.
Yeah, and that yes, her concept of whether it was another planet or not is unclear. But
Mhm.
they have many times seen other beings, and these other beings sometimes speak different languages. So,
Okay.
What was the third question?
Yeah, so that kind of
Oh, the
changes how I
EM.
would. Oh well, yeah, that's right, the AEM one for sure.
Which one was that? Sorry.
Asking about the technology in the electromagnetic field.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are you
so,
going to
so
ask
you know,
that?
yeah, so we have we have these devices. These devices do not work, on your planet, or these devices do not work here. What do you know about your planet? Have you how does your planet affect the daily?
We detected
part.
some kind of a force, an unknown force that we
Yeah.
don't know where it comes from. Do you know anything
Okay.
about it?
Yeah.
Okay. She sort of, takes your tricorder off you, almost like invitingly, and sort of looks at it and turns it around, and then she hands it back and she goes, "How can something not work? A hammer never stops working. So I do not know what this strange box. Is it a box? Is it something else?" And she
So
says,
they're a pre-technological race then.
So she says, "It's odd that something can't work unless it is broken. This does not appear to be broken. It just appears clean."
All right, and I have I think a great fourth question, guys. That I'm saying to you. I'm not asking it officially yet. This doesn't count. Are there any places that you are scared to go or forbidden to go?
Good one.
Yeah.
So that your question?
What do you guys think? I think that's a pretty good one because
Yeah, go
I
for
like
it.
it.
whatever
I like it
she
because
says is
I can
where
wrap
we
it
need
up
to
here.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good question.
Very good question. And that ends the episode. No, I'm joking. Nearly doesn't. So you ask about being scared to go, and she suddenly looks
Scared
at
or
you.
forbidden. Scared or forbidden.
No, that's fine. She, hang on, I'm just gonna scroll down a little bit. She suddenly looks at you, somewhat alarmed, and says, "Do you know? How do you know about the cave? Have you ever been there? That is a truly forbidden place. No one going near there ever comes out the same." And da 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 dun. Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so yes.
Nice.
Thank you guys for playing. That is our cutoff time for this
Great
week.
question, me. Great question.
That
me.
was a very, very
Yes.
oddly perceptive
Bravo.
question. Someone.
Did you
I'm an
buy the
oddly
Shackleton
perceptive man.
Forensic Best books?
Yes, Cave
No.
Stage 16. Yeah, I like it. No, hope this quite a calmer episode this time. Nothing too outrageous happening, but we're setting the stage for
It was
other
a fun
things.
episode. That was good.
Hopefully, our great Stars Gartison shall be replaced, or we could keep him on board with the real Bokar, who shall hopefully join us next time. Thank you guys for playing. You guys have been amazing, as always. I don't think I'll ever forget the mental image of Esteban crawling his way out of a tight gap and snapping his castanets to attract attention.
Ooh, I've got a question here.
Go on.
We can answer this offline. We can
Sure.
workshop it later. But the viewers may want to know. Where has Boca been?
That's true.
Can we say that perhaps Boca came down with us, but just beamed so far away that we don't know where the hell
That's
he
a good
is?
idea.
Or
Yeah.
Boca could still beam down at a later
Yeah.
point, can't he? He could just be on the ship.
Or is it a case of does Boca just randomly show up?
No,
Hey
actually,
guys, I just beamed here.
Stars
He's
Gartison.
locked himself.
Communication.
He's locked himself in engineering, and he's rebuilding. Was it Vade? Wasn't it?
Oh,
the
that's
dog,
right, yes.
the robotic dog.
No, I'd
Okay,
like to
so
think
maybe
that
next episode it's just oh shit, the away mission, and just run and
Yeah.
ignores the warnings from everybody and just beam me now, and then boom.
It's like Home Alone. He's at home now, just on his own, setting
the
traps.
entire starship.
yeah.
It's Joe
Setting traps
Pesci on
in
the other
case any
side of the airlock
Klingons
door
raid.
going, "I'm coming in." Oh man, I should do a Home Alone mission. That'd be great. No,
Cool.
I like to think it's gonna be like Total Recall style. That Stars Gartison will like unwrap the back of his head and it'll be just be Bocker inside this like Swedish skin suit.
It was I all along.
All right, thank you guys for playing. Thank you everyone for watching. We will be back very soon. I'll have the schedule sorted out soon. We've got some not Butterzone. We've got some holodeck stuff coming up. We're going to be watching Batman. Come and join us for Batman 1966. No.
Oh, the original series.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
OG
the classic.
series.
But
I don't know if I'm available to watch this weekend, but I'm so looking forward to that. I love that show.
yeah, check that out coming up soon. We're going to do the holodeck lives as well, so we're going to do the watch-alongs together. On that note, check the Discord for all our scheduling, and I'll get some schedules out on YouTube as well, or all that. Thank you guys for playing with us. We'll see you next time, and ta-ra.
What about you, Booker?
Well, I was thinking about Tahiti. What'd you have in mind?
I was thinking about dinner at my place about 8 o'clock. Why don't you make it 7? You can help me find a place to kill some new plants.
Hey, wait a minute. How do I know you can cook?
Booker, trust me.
And where have I heard that?